Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. This is Fresh Catch Friday with Cass and Lorain. Cass is not here, but I'm here. But you know who's here? Local face about town, singer, songwriter, makes his own records, hosts open mic night at Juice and Java every Friday. The hardest working man in show business, Tommy Pieper's here to share with us some of his favorites that he found this week and help me so I don't miss anything. Anyway, he's going to start out and tell you his pick of the week and then showcase a few other items for you. So what do you got? What's good?
Okay. My pick for this week is Father of the Bride by Vampire Weekend. They haven't come out with an album in about 6 years. I like this a lot. I listened to it this morning. I think it dropped today. It's got some of their old sound, some of their new sound. Hits that sweet spot right in between those 2 points, and I think it's something any fan of any era of Vampire Weekend can get behind. This is $35.95. It's a double LP, comes with a poster, and we have it on cassette as well for $17.95. It's a green cassette. Come get it.
I feel like that should have been on colored vinyl though too, don't you?
I do. I can't speak as to their reasoning for that, but I know it sounds good no matter what color.
It does, so, but I mean, usually I just feel with like kind of slick packaging like that should have been, but no, there's absolutely no notation otherwise to indicate. So anyway, okay, I am picking for you this week Big Thief. This is UFOF, and this is the third full-length release from the Brooklyn indie rock band Big Thief, released through 4AD, which is a pretty groovy label. And the songs From and Terminal Paradise you might recognize because they previously appeared in different forms on Adrian Lineker's 2018 solo album called Abyss Kiss, and I think that one was something that Cass was all over when it first came out. This deathly intrigue is drawn from Lineker's own personal traumas, which she successfully spins into something that feels universal. But you don't come away from this feeling downcast. It's more of a reminder of how fleeting and yet beautiful life is. So the appeal is to make the most of it while it's here. So it's a limited edition orange vinyl. It's $23.95. If you've been a big fan of Adrian Lineker or previous Big Thief records, this is not going to disappoint. Okay, so Tommy, do you have a couple of other things you may feel like you want to showcase?
I do. I think there's some stuff I find interesting.
Okay.
People might find it interesting as well. This is the Cranberries, and this is their new album. It's called In the End. This is their final album, and it's an interesting thing. So, of course, everybody knows their lead singer met her untimely death, I think, last year.
Could have even been the year before by now. I think it's been a couple of years now.
Dolores O'Riordan is her name, and they were working on this material at the time of her death. And so they've pieced this together from vocals from her demos and then in-studio recordings of the music, and it's interesting. I always find it interesting when people have to piece together, whether it be because of distance or death, but apparently from what I've read it sounds seamless, and I like the Cranberries a lot, and if you do too, and even if you don't, it's definitely worth checking out. It's available here for $19.95.
Very nice. No kind of colored vinyl on that one?
As far as I can tell, no kind of colored vinyl on this one.
Okay. Well, seems like they should always be coming up with some cranberry colored vinyl.
It is a limited edition vinyl, though. So.
Oh, okay. All right. I am going to want to talk to you about this band, Barry. I've been hearing just little snippets of them for a few months now. This is called Happy to Be Here. It's on Windspear. It offers snapshots of the band coming together in the city after having lived all over the place, such as Boston, Baltimore, upstate New York, London, Sao Paulo, and Berlin. And this is like the scaffolding album. It's moving to New York and finding these very different people that make up this band, and they cover each other's gaps in personality very creatively. And it's kind of an accomplishment. Barry Lindsay is eager to learn from the others. That's basically her band, but it is not a solo project. It is, in fact, a band that's it's band-driven pop, and this human scale of things informs everything here. This isn't simple selfie songwriting. It's none of that. you know, it's nothing like, oh, I love someone but I can't have them and I'm sad. It's not that kind of thing. It's more or less like, much more of deeper. It goes much deeper than that. Even though they look really young and you can see how young they look, don't let that fool you. There's some deep stuff on here. This is limited edition red vinyl. There's a download included. It's $18.95, and you can also get the cassette here for $7.95. And so check them out if you're looking for something different. I think the single that's been playing on Sirius XMU, if you listen to that, is Darjeeling. So if you've been hearing that and you like it, these are the folks behind it. Okay, and you got something else?
Yeah, I've got another thing here. Let's see. So this right here is This Mess is a Place. I like the title. I always like when people do that. It's clever. And it's by Taco Cat. And they are on Sub Pop. Of course, if you are into collecting records, you know exactly what Sub Pop is, and you know it's going to be good. They're an all-female group. It's sort of a pop-punk sound. And this is a loser edition vinyl. I think it's green. And it's here for $19.95. We also have it on cassette, and that's available for $7.99.
And don't you have a little prize that comes with it if you pick one up here?
If you come in and you get this Taco Cat album, check it out. Sticker. Is this a sticker?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's a sticker. It's not you can use it as a bookmark as well, though.
You could do if you wanted to, but that's the nice thing about Sub Pop. They usually will throw in some stickers that relate to an album that they're pushing, and so I like that about them too. Always good to get the loser edition. Get in here first and get the loser edition, because that always means it's going to be colored, and then after that's gone, you're going to have to go to basic black. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know. Okay, number 3 is Aldous Harding. This is Designer on 4AD. And this is sweet and pure songs for wistful melodies. They're all stamped with these unique and gorgeous vocals of Aldous Harding. This is the 3rd album from the New Zealand singer-songwriter. These are very introspective songs. They're very lush with strings, gorgeous melodic bass runs, and blissed out floating downstream melodies. Woody plucked guitars, drifting lazily, making music for a woodland glade, if you will, that have the squirrels swooning out of the trees. Isn't that nice?
It's very nice.
I think so. I mean, I want to hear that. Actually, a friend of mine went and saw and posted a few live clips on YouTube recently, and yeah, it looked pretty darn good. So this is $21.95 and worth checking out for some chill out music for yourself. And that's here for you now. Did I say what the price was? $21.95. Okay, so having said that, yeah, you got to forgive my cracky voice. I've got a flu thing going here. I hope I'm not fluing all over Tommy over here. But he's going to hold these up for you. I hope I have these in the right order. I tried my best. This is really Cass's realm, and we'll start, and you just flip forward as we talk, okay? All right, the first one is Air, but that's like AJR, and it's called Neo Heater, and that's $18.95. Okay, next up is going to be Dorothy Ashby and Frank West in A Minor Groove, and this one is $22.95. And I'm just trying to see, it's on neon green vinyl pressing, limited to 1,000 copies. Pretty cool. All right, now we have Dream Syndicate, These Times, opaque blue vinyl. That's $24.95.
Okay.
And Craig Finn, this is I Need a New War, and this is on clear vinyl, and it's $19.95.
Drums by Joe Russo. Check it out.
Who's Joe Russo?
He's a drummer. He has a Grateful Dead cover band called Almost Dead.
Oh.
He shreds.
Okay, well that's good to know. So, yeah, thank you for interjecting that little bit of extra info for us. Now this cover I absolutely love. It is Fire Theft, and I guess it's called Fire. They're called The Fire Theft, and the album is called Fire Theft. This is on Run Out Groove, which means it's limited and numbered. Now they used to tell us how many there were, but I don't see on the sticker anymore. Like, I guess they've kind of stopped saying exactly how many they pressed, but they're usually stamped. Tommy, can you see, is there a stamp anywhere? Like, you know, what number it is, because sometimes from that we can give you a
Oh, yeah.
vague idea.
This is $4.94.
Okay, so 494, you know there's at least about 500 of them. But look at that beautiful cover art. Is that not great? Can you like hold that in close so they can see? Because
Yeah.
isn't that, it's really, really pretty. Okay, and that's $34.95. That's the other thing about Run Out Groove. They're pretty expensive. So you got to have deep pockets if you're going to be a Run Out Groove collector. Just saying. Okay, now we've got the Fontaines. Fontaine's DC Drogal LP, $17.95. Okay.
Alrighty.
What does that red sticker on the front of that say? Any extra info on there, Tommy?
Check it out. This is a limited edition yellow vinyl, and it comes with a download card.
Oh, sweet. Okay. That's always useful to know. Okay, now this one is Proto Martyr, No Passion, All Technique on blue vinyl, and this is $25.95. And I think maybe that comes with MP3s and 4 bonus tracks. 4, count them, 4. Okay. Next up, we have Rodrigo y Gabriela, Metavolution. This just says colored vinyl, so is there any indication on what color that might be? It says first studio album in 5 years, galaxy colored vinyl. What? That sounds okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, and it includes a download as well, $23.95, worth the price of the galaxy colored vinyl alone, I would
lava
assume.
lamps.
Absolutely. Okay, now we've got Simple Creatures, Strange Love. This is $19.95. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have Soak, Grimtown, $27.95. That's some interesting artwork we got going there on that. Seems like we just had something from Soak not too long ago, but could be wrong. All right, and now this is the soundtrack cast for Cleopatra Jones. This is on Red and Blue Starburst LP. Ooh, that sounds nice. $23.95.
Alrighty.
And we have Versing, 1000. The LP is $19.95, and apparently there's a cassette knocking around for $7.99. And you should also know that there are a few things that are still in the box that we have not been able to drag out here for your visual pleasure. And I believe one of those is the soundtrack and cast to Galaxy Quest on blue vinyl, which is going to be $26.95. And Tank and the Bangas on green vinyl, $23.95. Did we miss anything else out? And I'm really thinking you guys might want to, I think that's about covers it. So, sorry again for the froggy voice. Thank you so much for
course,
stepping in. What's happening at Juice and Java tonight?
Juice and Java. We got open mic with myself, Steve, like you wouldn't believe, and a whole cast of talented folks. It runs 7 to 10. And then tomorrow night at Pierce Ranch Vineyard, from 7:30 to 10:30, we're doing karaoke. We're having a karaoke night.
Is that right?
That's on Wave Street next to the Antique Mall there. So come down, get some wine. It's 21 and over, so leave the juniors at home. And it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see you. If you come down to open mic, mention that you watched this, and you get $1 off on your drink.
Isn't
That's
that
good for the
nice?
next 2 weeks. After that, you gotta pony up.
It's only good for 2 weeks. That's pretty nice, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're getting started tonight. What would you say, like 7:30? And it's basically not really till 10. It's kind of till whenever you feel like it,
It's
isn't it?
yeah. It's depends on how many people sign up, how I'm feeling, what the weather is like, where Steve is at. There's a lot of variables, but usually somewhere 7 to 9:30, 10. And if you tip us, can maybe even go later. but
God,
yeah.
they might even be there all night. You don't
That's
know.
right.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good. But it's always a fun night. Every time I've been, I've had a lot of fun, and it's always amazing whenever I go. If I'm with somebody, people tend to meet people they haven't seen in years, and it's like one of those like little hubs where it's just kind of like, hey, I know you, and it turns into somebody's kind of graduation party or something.
It's a little
really,
scene. It's very familial.
Yes, it really, really
I
is.
have a blast every week.
Yeah, it's a good time. Well, you
will
can
too.
tell that you do, yeah. So, Siren here, going to be open this weekend. We are talking about extending the hours from 12 to 4 till 12 till 6, but it's still kind of in the works. I don't think that's actually happening starting tomorrow, but maybe. We don't know yet. We're going to have to see how that goes. Either way, come on in. We have Eric, we have Jordan, we have Ashley, and sometimes Phil, and they will help you with all your needs and all your, what's the next holiday coming up, by the way?
Mother's Day, Mama's Day.
See,
Come in.
they will be here to assist you with your Mother's Day needs. We have, Jordan can be your Mother's Day specialist. And
We
she
got
can,
Nora Jones. We
Yep.
got Mom Records.
So yes, ask our specialists. They'll be here on hand to help you. So thanks for hanging in there with us, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Tommy, as always, for saving the day. See you next time.
Shout out Cass. My
Yes,
guy.
Cass is at, just in case you don't know, yeah, Cass is at Shaky Knees. He's wandering around in Georgia, and if he doesn't come home with some very fine footage of Jim James, he's not coming home at all. He is fired. So he knows this, so it's not like it's a big surprise. So I would get that camera warmed up, Cass, because tomorrow night's the night. Get on it, boy. All right, see you guys later. Bye.